Unpredictability strikes again. The new launch date for Flight 5 has recently been leaked, but it seems there's more to the story. Is it true that the FAA may have denied this date? Or is this just a case of slow updates from their end? After months of delays, ULA is preparing for the second Vulcan rocket launch, an incredibly crucial mission for the company's future. Meanwhile, a critical Falcon 9 mission is moving ahead, though it still awaits FAA approval to proceed. Initially, after the FAA's earlier decision, it looked like we'd have to wait almost 2 months for the next flight. But just recently, an unexpected twist emerged. A new hazardous space operations notice for the Gulf of Mexico, pointing to a potential rocket launch near Boca Chica, Texas. The dates? October 12th, 2024, with backup windows extending through mid-October, suggesting a 1-week span for the launch, with October 12th as the main target. Previous Starship missions have seen similar announcements, giving us hope that this launch window is legitimate. If true, this is an exciting development. Flight 5 preparations are nearing completion, with upgrades to the OLM and tower systems already tested. Both stages of the rocket have finished their integration and upgrade tests. Everything seems ready, so if the dates hold, SpaceX could begin the wet dress rehearsal and final system installations any day now. But here's the catch. The FAA has yet to publish these dates, and without their approval, the anticipated launch remains up in the air. SpaceX's current license, which authorized the Starship Flight 4 launch, allows for multiple flights of the same vehicle configuration and mission profile. However, proposed modifications for Flight 5 triggered a more in-depth review. In mid-August, SpaceX submitted new information on Flight 5's environmental impact. Until SpaceX meets all safety, environmental, and licensing requirements, we may not see that green light for launch. And while the FAA has faced growing criticism for delays, they've shown no signs of speeding up the process. Still, there are two optimistic yet unlikely scenarios that could play out. First, the recent revelation might not be an official FAA statement. It's possible that the agency simply hasn't updated its public information yet. The FAA is notorious for slow responses, and we could see a new update in the coming days. Second, there's a chance SpaceX is still working under the same mission profile as Flight 4. The FAA previously indicated that if SpaceX stuck to its original plans, they would approve a launch. But considering all the preparations SpaceX has been making, including attempts to catch the Super Heavy booster with the Mechazilla arm, it seems unlikely they would backtrack on these ambitious goals. So, what's the most realistic scenario? Unfortunately, a delay until November is the safest bet. But what do you think? Could Starship launch sooner than expected? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on SpaceX's progress. Now let's pivot to ULA, where the stakes are equally high. The United Launch Alliance is gearing up for the second flight of its Vulcan rocket, and this mission is a make-or-break moment for the company. After months of delays following a successful debut flight, ULA is finally moving forward. A launch window is set for October 4th at 6 a.m. EDT, marking a critical step toward the company's future. In the lead up to this moment, ULA has been hard at work. On September 21st, they successfully full-stacked the Vulcan rocket, and by September 30th, the rocket was rolled out to the SLC-41 launch pad. Then a wet dress rehearsal, or WDR, took place, an essential milestone in launch preparations. The CEO of ULA, Tori Bruno, confirmed the successful WDR on social media, sharing a video of the process and confirming that the team was pleased with the results. But this second Vulcan flight carries more weight than just another test launch. The mission includes an inert payload, crucial for ULA's effort to gain launch certification, needed to carry military and government payloads under the National Security Space Launch, NSSL, Phase 2 contract. Success in this mission is vital for ULA's ability to fulfill its obligations, especially since their older rockets like Atlas and Delta, which have been the backbone of the company, are nearing retirement. However, ULA's road has been anything but smooth. The Vulcan's delays have already created a backlog of key missions, including USSF 106 and USSF 87, both scheduled for 2024. These delays also impacted other launches, like Sierra Space's Dream Chaser, originally scheduled for April but now postponed to October. ULA even incurred penalties from the Pentagon over scheduling conflicts, further adding pressure on the company. In fact, ULA's delays have shifted the balance of power in the NSSL contract. Originally, ULA held 60% of the Phase 2 missions, with SpaceX holding 40%. But as the delays mounted, the ratio shifted, with ULA's share shrinking to 54%, and SpaceX gaining ground at 46%. If ULA continues to struggle, it risks losing its dominance, with SpaceX poised to overtake them in mission completion. What's even more concerning is that ULA's financial issues have fueled rumors of a potential sale, with whispers that Sierra Space might be interested in acquiring the company. If that happens, Vulcan's future could become even more uncertain, and ULA's internal struggles might deepen. All eyes will be on Vulcan as ULA tries to prove its capability and stay competitive in an increasingly fierce space industry. Failure is not an option for ULA at this stage. The outcome of this launch could determine whether they'll rise to the challenge or watch their dominance in the space sector slip away. Finally, we turn back to SpaceX, where preparations for the upcoming Falcon 9 mission are progressing. The European Space Agency, ESA, is gearing up for the October 7th launch of the Hera spacecraft. Hera, along with 2 CubeSats, will be encapsulated inside a Falcon 9 rocket for an essential mission. Its goal? To study the crater left by NASA's DART mission, which intentionally collided with the asteroid Dimorphos in 2022, altering its orbit around the larger asteroid Didymos. This mission will give scientists valuable data on how to defend Earth from potential asteroid impacts in the future. If successful, Hera will arrive at the asteroid in 2026 for a 6-month-long mission to gather critical data. But the launch isn't set in stone yet. After temporary halts in SpaceX's operations and the FAA requesting a mishap investigation, the Falcon 9's return to service remains uncertain. The delays aren't just impacting SpaceX, but also organizations like ESA, who are losing time and resources. It's clear that the space industry is in a race against time, regulations, and technological challenges. So, with everything happening right now, the question is, who will come out on top in this ever-evolving landscape? Don't forget to hit that like button, smash subscribe for more jaw-dropping space updates, and join us as we embark on a cosmic journey like never before.